Who the F is that? Go and peep who's at your door. It's your girl Max. Go grab yourself some snacks. Sit back and relax, cause you effing it up at Max. You effing it up at Max, yeah. Hiya gang. Just getting home, hold on. Just got in my house. But I got a story time. So let me just get changed into something comfortable. It's Friday night and something. Yeah, it's Friday night, guys. I was supposed to give you all a video yesterday, Thursday, but too much was happening. And I completely forgot. I didn't remember it was Thursday yesterday. But I know it's Friday today, and you're going to get a story in about 2 minutes. Hold on. I'll be back. Oh, easy sitting down because the phone is on the bed and we don't want it spilling over. Okay, as you can see, I'm back, guys. I have my nice glass of wine. I got me some chocolates. So let's get it. See what my wine says. Can you all read that? I'll put my hand behind it. It says Lorenz wine. Cheers, guys. It's Friday. And cheers to a good story. How do you all like my outfit, guys? You stand up. I don't know if you can see. Hello, kitty. Yes, it's like a shorts. Little shorts and a little tank top, you know. Put my wine down. I would cover with my Hello Kitty blanket, but it's helping me prop my camera up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my robe. Hold on. Un momento. Okay, I got it. As you can see, all my family and friends are waiting. My Hello Kitty family and friends. Because we are the gang over here. So here we have the robe. Hello Kitty robe. Here's the hood. That's the back. I think you all seen this in one of my hauls. And I'm going to haul it over my ass. Well, not my ass, over my body. Well, let's get into this story, guys. Because that's one thing with me. I always procrastinate. I make the time run and then run out of space. It's a short story too. So it's not a long one tonight. Because I want to get into my Friday night. I need to get into my Basketball Wives. Guys. Basketball Wives LA. Jackie, Christie and them, they're crazy. Well, not even all of them, but some of them are. Jackie's always mad. If you know, you know. I love Malaysia, but Malaysia left last night in the episode I watched. No more Basketball Wives with her. She gone. They cover my foot, yeah. I mean, I'm towards them. Expose. Toes, expose. Alright. Okay, so this story tonight. I'm still 15, but it's kind of like, it's not really a throwback. Because these people, I still hang out with them. Even though I start school and we go to different schools. I'm talking about Lyndon and Edmund and all of them from Chingford that I spoke about before. Yeah. This particular night, it's Friday night. Like how it is tonight. Yeah. And we had a party to go to. Well, not we. Lyndon he heard about a party that's going down in Stratford, yeah? We coming from Chingford, remember? We were hanging out in Chingford, which is a way away from Stratford. And plus a way away from my house. I had to tell my mother, well, I went out with Martin. Martin came with me, so my mother told Martin to bring me home by 12 because he explained to her that there's going to be a little party, just friends, it's a house party, acting like he knows about it. He don't know nothing. But he's trying to sell a story to my mother so she will let me come because, remember, I am supposed to be secretly dating Lyndon. We weren't really, I don't know what we were, you know. It's after I became 16 and then I moved on that Lyndon, yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that. But right now, yeah, I'm kind of seeing Lyndon. I'm talking to Lyndon, as they say back then. Yeah, so he told Martin to make sure I come. So, yeah, Martin had to cover that with my mum, so I have to be home by midnight. It was now after 8. No, coming up to 8. It was about 7 after 8. Because, yeah, we reached Chingford after 8. And we meet up with Edmund and Lyndon and all of them. Yeah, me and Martin. Now, back then, there's these day passes. Hold on. The London Transport day passes back in the 80s, yeah? it's like this piece of paper. It's not quite card, but it's kind of like a card. Yeah, it's got these numbers on it, and you have to scratch out the date. You scratch out the month. You scratch out, yeah. So it has to be the day, the month, and the number of the day. So it's like, say it's the 11th of June. The 11th of June, and that is a Monday. You'd have to scratch out the Monday, the 11th, so the number 11, and the June, because all the months are there, numbers are there, and the days are there. So with these passes, enough people used to bundle with these passes, yeah. Cause my brother Dean, him learn how to get old cards like this, the day pass, and then cut out piece, and then make it whole again, make it look like it hasn't even been scratched yet, and then they'll scratch up a day and use it again. You know what I mean? So people were fixing up these things and doing things with these passes for a long time. But with us now, cause we're the youngest, we weren't quite onto that yet. We didn't know nothing about that or how to do that. Because even later on, they scrapped these passes because they realised that too many people were, you know what I mean, dodging the system by not paying. They were just fixing this thing, fraudulent up the thing and just using it again and using it again. So they scrapped that. And they came in with these cards which were stamped with the date. Even those my brother got around. He even changed up those. He knew how to do that. He rubbed out the number and then wrote in the new one. Yeah, but anyway, and then he put it in a lamented thing, and then put it inside his wallet with the plastic over it, and then by a quick glance, it looks regular. Yeah, quick glance. But anyway, back to us this night. Yeah, so we're going out. I tell my mother, so we're going party very. My mother, she was kind of iffy about me going, but because Martin's going and Martin is bigger, she allowed the two of me to go because she know that we'll look out for each other and we'll both come back safe. Because even though Martin is a bit, she knows that he's not gonna let nothing happen to me, and she knows that if anything happens to me, he knows what's gonna happen to him. So yeah, she trusts us to go because I don't even understand how we actually went. But I was nearly 16, so I guess I was coming up to 16, so she more lenient. And plus I was working, we used to bring in money. I was, you know what I mean, flexing like a big woman, even though I weren't acting like sexually active and nothing like that. That's another thing. That's going to be another story time, yeah, when my mum took me to the doctors to put me on the pill. I was like, what? But anyway, let me get back to this. Yeah, so we got to Chingford, we got there, and they were telling us that this party's in Stratford. Now, these bus passes, me and Martin had one, and Yad, she had one because she came from the next area to meet up to. Yad was Edmund's girlfriend. Lyndon, Edmund, Freeman, Marsky, and Mark. None of them had no passes, yeah. But they were all expecting to get on the bus and go to this party. So we were going to wait for the bus now because we have to get the 69 all the way down to Stratford, yeah. So we got on the bus at Chingford. Well, us, the girls, got on the bus at Chingford, and Martin. We all got on the bus, showed our pass, got on the bus, run upstairs. The other two had to take their time. Like the first person that goes in and show their pass, run upstairs, open up the window, fling the pass out the window for the next boy to take it until everyone got on the bus. Like when Martin showed his pass, he ran upstairs, put his one out the window, ran upstairs until everyone was on the bus. Edmund, Marsky, all of them, everybody left on the bus, yeah? So yeah, everybody cool and sweet now. We were laughing and talking, yeah, because we're riding out to this party. We're thinking about who we're going to see there. Plus we know that we're crashing this party, by the way, guys. We're crashing the party. We're never invited. Yeah. We've got a people party for make trouble. Yeah, we're going to gate crash a party. Yeah. I didn't know this until we was on the bus and I'm listening to them talking. I was like, well, hold on a minute. I thought you lot was invited. I thought you know whose party it is. No, we just heard there's a party in it and we're going. And we're not business. We're getting in. And I'm thinking, well, no, this is going to be a night. It's going to be a long night. And I was thinking that I have to be home by midnight. So I don't know what's going on because enough of them parties back in the day, them start 2 o'clock in the morning some of the time, or 1 o'clock in the morning. And by then I have to be home from a long time in my bed. So I'm thinking about what kind of fun I'm going to have before I'm going to have to say bye. And Martin's going to have to say bye too to take me home. Yeah, so Yeah, I was thinking all of that while everyone's chatting about what they're going to be doing and this, that, the other. I'm thinking, oh, Lyndon's going to think, why am I leaving so early? I'm not a Lego beast. I mean, I live by the road like, no, I have parents, yeah? So, my parent, not parents, but my parent shouldn't want me out on the road at late at night, so. I don't know what I was going to tell them. But I was thinking about that while they're thinking about it and talking about what's going to happen at the party and ready to stay here. So when they're all making up noise, talking, laughing, joking, Lyndon did have a little spliff roll and he was there acting like he's going to light on the bus. And we don't light on the bus. But back then, people was allowed to smoke on the bus, but not weed. You know what I mean? Them smoke cigarette on the bus. And you have to sit at the back to smoke. You couldn't, there's like little signs on the seats where the smoking starts from. And it was way back. So you don't smoke at the top part of the bus, at the front of the bus. And you can't smoke downstairs. Any smokers have to go upstairs on the London buses. So yeah. But yeah, he was there acting like he was going to park then. So we know we're going to get dash off. So anyway, we're there laughing and joking. And next time we heard Inspector downstairs. Ticket Inspector. Because yes, in the UK on the English buses, back in the day, even up to today, I think they still do. I don't know, I haven't been on a bus for a while. It's been a few years for me to be on a bus. But yeah, when you go on the bus, if you not have your ticket and it not right, ticket inspectors, they just come on randomly. You don't know when they're going to come on. So if you're trying to like cheat the bus and trying to get a free ride, you got to be careful. And if you hear ticket inspector, usually you're by the door. As they get on, you get off. So you just wait on the next bus and then go again. That's if your pass is not right or if you don't have one or if you don't have no ticket. So like in our case, we have Marsky, Yankee, Lyndon, Edmund, Freeman. That's 5 men without pass. Me, Yad, Martin. We all got passes because we are the ones that went on the bus and Charles passed out the window one by one for them to get on the bus. So we're sitting there now and ticket expect to come in. So he came right to the back. Didn't even start at the front of the bus. So people at the front, if they didn't have ticket, they could have run off the bus. I see people get up and disappear before. You know what I mean? When the ticket inspector, they'll come to the back. Because then they'll pick on the black youth them. They see a whole bunch of black faces. Yeah, let's come down here first. So ticket inspector come to the back of the bus. Tickets, please. So I was proudly backed out my ticket because for one, why are you coming all the way to us first? And for two, yeah, I've got a ticket. Here you go. He inspects it, looks at it. I've got my day pass, so he looks and sees it's scratched out the right day and everything. He's looking at it front and back and then giving it back to me. And I took it. And then Lyndon jerked me my neck back. And I didn't turn around. I just understood the assignment. So I put my arm down, slid it back to him. So he's got the pass now. Yeah. So in the meanwhile, the inspector's got his back to me looking at Martin's pass while I pass mine to Lyndon. He's already looked at mine, so he don't need to ask me again. So he see Martin's got a pass. Martin and them never clocked on what me and Lyndon done. Because Martin was near to Freeman. He could have passed his pass to Freeman. Yad could have gave hers to Edmund. No one else clocks on. So the inspector looked at Lyndon now. And then Freeman and them lot, they're looking all shook because they're thinking Lyndon ain't got a pass. And then they see Lyndon back out pass. And it's like, ooh, yeah, boy. You know what I mean? And it's like making that noise. Yeah, wait. You know what I mean? It's that he's got a pass. Now remember that you ain't got one though. Why you all making that noise? I remember it's going to be your turn soon. Or now, no one don't pass. None of them are pass. Yeah. So, inspector goes to Yad. Once again, she got pass. Boom. You know what I mean? As far as they're concerned, they've checked me already. So they're not going to ask me again. They go over to Freeman. Freeman starts acting like he's looking for it. Oh no, I think I dropped it downstairs, you know. He's trying to tell the inspector that when he was getting on the bus, he must have dropped it and it must have gone when the bus drove off. And then the inspector was like, okay. He allowed him. But when Yankee and Marsky and Edmund, everybody ain't got no pass. They're trying to find pass. Inspector said, next stop, you'll have to get off the bus. As a matter of fact, he stopped the bus. He told the driver to stop the bus, and they had to get off. He was like, "You're joking," and they said, "You lot stay, you lot stay. We'll just we'll get off. You lot stay." He was like, "Nah, man." And then we all just got up and got off the bus with them. So we're all off the bus now. We all got off the bus. I was like, great. Do you know what I mean? And then we explained to them, you should have passed the pass, man. You know what I mean? You should have passed your pass to my man, and then my man passed it to whoever. You lot are dumb. And I'm like, oh, for real? Yes, I passed my pass to Lyndon. How do you think he had a flipping pass? Because we screechy, we had an inspector's back and passed it to each other. We could have all done that, and we could have all stood on the bus. Now we're in the middle of flipping Walthamstow. Because remember, we're leaving from Chinkford, you know. We're in Walthamstow. Yeah. Some next ends of Walthamstow as well. Because I can't remember what bus we got on. But we ended up that we had to, how did we end up where we were? No. Tell a lie, we was on Leytonstone. That's how we ended up where we were, because we went through Leytonstone. We did get further than Walthamstow on the bus, but we didn't reach Stratford. We got to Leytonstone, and we got off the bus. Well, we didn't get off the bus. We got dashed off the bus. We walked through Cattle, and I don't remember how we got to Cattle. Because coming from Chingford, we end up at Cattle. But we were walking, yeah. We walked for a good long while. When we got off the bus, we was walking, we walked through Cattle, and then we ended up in my old ends where I used to live when I was smaller. If you remember the stories from Bridie Road and Langthorne Hospital and the graveyard around there. So yeah, we're walking and talking. And I remember saying, we're coming up to where I grew up, because I didn't grow up with these guys, so this is my teenage years now. When I was 7, 8, when I used to be in this house on the corner there, when my mother get licked down by people trying to teeth out of our yard, and she catch them and them knock her over. Yeah, so we're there walking, and then I'm there explaining to them, and then while we're talking, we can hear in the distance horses, like a stampede of horses in the distance coming. And we're like, it's after 9, coming up 10 o'clock at night. Can you hear that? And everyone was kind of like booky already, because we're passing the graveyard. Yeah, it's a massive graveyard that comes along Langthorne, and then there's Langthorne Hospital near to the graveyard. It's just right, basically around the corner. It comes around the Hall Road. I can't remember the name of that road. But yeah, we was coming round from there and walking down and passing the graveyard, and we was coming up to Langthorne Road. And we're walking in, the street light is there. Across over here, we can see Briley Road in the distance, and that's when I was telling them, and Downsall School, all of that is down there, and ahead of us is Thatch House Estate and all of that. But we're not up to that yet. We're walking along that big part next to Langthorne Hospital. I'm there talking like you all know where it is. But yeah, and we can hear the horses. And like, and but it was in the distance. But it started to get louder. And we were like, nah, bruv. There's horses coming. There's horses coming. And we all started running. And the horses were coming. Big running, and really loud now, really loud. Until we just we dived on the floor. We dived on the floor. Because we thought we were going to get run over and stampede by horses. We dove on the floor, lied there, loud horses, and then took the whole wheels we can hear, like a big, you know them things, the chariot, whatever the fuck it was, yeah? Pulling, the horses was pulling and riding. And then it became like, it was riding until it was distant. Now we're all on the floor. It's dead silent. We're all looking at each other. Like, you alright? Everyone looking at each other, didn't feel nothing. Yo, what was that? Where did these wild horses come from? But yet we didn't see them. We just heard them. Loud and clear. They were coming at top speed. Late night, coming up to 10 o'clock at night. Street lights on, dark out. We were just walking as a little teenage group. And we got run down by DUPPY horses, yeah? Because we ran until we just all just fell down to the ground. Like, I don't know how comes everyone decided to dive to the ground, because I just thought that to myself. Let me dive down, I'm not running no more, because it's over with. They sounded so close and so loud, guys, that I thought that there's horses behind us. Because I even though I look, I'm not seeing nothing. I'm seeing my friends then running. And we all keep overtaking each other, that we're running, and then I'm at the back, and then I'm running, and then someone else is at the back, and I'm running. Do you know what I mean? We're just running until we just drop to the ground, and it's coming like we're like on synchronized dancing or something. Everyone just fell to the ground at the same time. And we got up and we just looked at each other like, nah, that's mad. That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. If we tell anybody this, they ain't gonna believe. But the thing is, someone else has heard them horses. I can't remember who else had a story about that same Langthorne Road, and the same thing happened to them. They heard these horses coming in this chariot, really loud, and the horses and galloping. I was waiting to see a headless horseman, to be honest. I was like, yo, that was so real. And then the silence was so deadly. And it was cold because it was winter. Do you know what I mean? It's winter. I remember breath, unless they made it cold. Because I remember big breath, you know that you can see your breath coming out. I remember that. On the floor and getting up on the floor. After that, we forgot about party. We forget about party. Everyone was just too shook. Too shook to even go back about we're going to crash party, go all the way to Stratford. We reached as far as Leytonstone, and then we just all just decided to turn back. We went and hit the high road, Leytonstone High Road, and went all the way round, and then came out. We walked that night. We've done a lot of walking that night and talking, and I'm thinking about what the hell just happened. And then we ended up around Cavendish driving around the back of the roads that lead us back up to Leyton High Road and the Baker's Arms, and we came out there, and yeah, me and Martin went home because I had to be home by midnight anyway, and by the time we had walked around the whole of flipping East London, it must be freaking midnight. So yeah, that was the story time, guys. We got chased down by some DUPPY horse on a Friday night, yeah, in 1980 something. That was crazy. So I'm gonna go and enjoy my Friday night now. Eat one of these chocolates. I hope you're enjoying your Friday night and doing something good and fun. I'm going to enjoy myself with some marathon run with my shows. I shall see you in my next video. Hopefully you would like, comment and subscribe and do all those things. Share with your folks. But only if you want to. See you soon. Yeah, make sure you come back, yeah, for some more chat, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that.